Happy new moon in Sagittarius. This Sagittarius new moon becomes exact on Tuesday, November 26th at 10:06 a.m. New York time, which is also 15:06 Greenwich Mean Time. After what may have been a difficult Scorpio season for many of us, with lots of things coming up to be renegotiated and healed, we now enter into the adventurous, forward-moving fire sign of Sagittarius. With Neptune currently stationing and about to turn direct, it is the perfect time to dream big and take some calculated risks that your future self will thank you for. Neptune is the planet of dreams, magic, and the spirit world. As a planet that is pretty far away from Earth, it's also pretty out there as far as its influence on Earth goes. Now would be the best time to use the power of your dreams and invoke the assistance of the higher realms to support you in manifesting your highest destiny. How do you personally like to connect with the higher realms? Do you like to pray? Do you like to meditate? Visualize? Do you like to connect through crystals, tarot cards, journaling? However you like to connect, make this next month a magical time. From now until the solar eclipse on December 26th, we want to get as clear as possible on what we want our life to look like and feel like in 2020 and beyond. When this eclipse season hits, the intense energies will strongly recalibrate our energy fields. This recalibration, if we are properly aligned, will reshape us into the exact person we need to become to have our highest possible timeline manifest in 2020. In the spirit of dreaming big, here are some questions I'd like you to ask yourself. I would recommend journaling or voice journaling on these inquiries if you have the time. If I could have it all without having to give up anything, what would I want? What would my dream partner be like? What would they look like? What kind of activities would they enjoy? How would you feel around them? What would my dream career be like? Do I see myself traveling? Do I see myself in an office? Do I see myself working over the phone? Be as specific as possible. What would my dream home look like? Is it by the ocean? Is it in the mountains? Is it a small shack in the middle of the woods, or is it a big mansion? What would my dream day-to-day life be like? Would you like to live a relaxed schedule where you have a lot of free time, or do you dream of traveling all the time and being quite busy? What would my dream social group be like? What kinds of people would my dream social group include? How would the best possible version of myself conduct him or herself? How do I see myself interacting with the world as my best self? How would the best possible version of myself feel about him or herself? How would my dream life feel if I had it right now? Do I really, truly feel deserving of my best life right now, or not yet? If I don't totally feel deserving of my best life just yet, then what am I missing that if I had it, I would feel totally deserving of it? If you want to manifest your highest possible timeline, it's absolutely crucial that you become clear on what you want that to look like and feel like. By having clarity about your future, you can then put yourself into energetic alignment to receive it by raising your vibration and learning to let go of insecurities within that are preventing it from manifesting. Feeling stuck? Don't forget to mix things up. One of the themes that everyone experiences at one point or another is stagnation. When your energy stagnates, you're likely to experience bouts of depression and anxiety. If you feel like you've been stagnating lately, or even if you haven't been, it's best to utilize this Sagittarian energy to bring some adventure and variety into your life. If you have been feeling stuck, the first step to getting unstuck is recognizing how you have been feeling stifled. Has a relationship stopped working? Is your place of residence no longer serving you? Has your job started to suck away your joy and innocence? Once you become conscious of the ways in which you are feeling stifled, naturally the next question is to figure out, well, what to do about it. Sometimes the answer lies in making a big change, perhaps in taking an exceptional leap of faith, while other times the solution is to change the way you've been looking at something. The universe will often keep us in a situation where we feel stuck and stifled so that the frustration builds up so much that we finally take that leap of faith and make a big change in our lives. It could mean changing careers, ending a relationship, or relocating. Undoubtedly, there will be specific choice points in your life plan where your higher self will nudge you to take a leap of faith. And in these situations, courage usually pays off. Here's an example. Let's say you've been working in the same field for a number of years, and although your business was once thriving or doing well enough, you're now no longer getting enough clients. You can't pay all the bills, you're in debt, you're frustrated and confused. I've seen this happen so many times with people that I've worked with, and often it's because their higher self is asking for them to grow and expand. There's something bigger that needs to unfold in their career. Perhaps they take a leap of faith and go back to school for something bigger, or perhaps they change their target market or just change the type of services they provide to something that feels more aligned with who they truly have become. And boom, their income doubles or triples in a relatively short period of time, and they feel more satisfied than ever with their work and with their life. And, it doesn't always take a huge change in your life. It doesn't always. Sometimes to shake off that stagnation, we just need little tweaks here and there. In fact, the big changes are often the exception rather than the rule. Usually, in our day-to-day life, it's more about tweaking things, as I said. So, for most of us, the best way to integrate the Sagittarian energy is to add some spontaneity in little ways. And here are some suggestions for you. Schedule a time each week to do something different, like going to a new restaurant with a friend or checking out a museum exhibit. Wear some clothing you haven't worn in a while. Take a different route on your walk. Create something new in the kitchen. Open yourself up to making a new friend or going on a date with someone new. Change up the location of the furniture in your home. Change up something about your look. Get a new pet, but of course make sure you're committed to the long term if you're going to do that. Go on a spontaneous getaway by yourself or with your partner or a friend. We are also currently under the influence of a Mars-Uranus opposition, which means fantastic opportunities may come your way if you're willing to take risks. You might get a surprising job offer, or a new friend might ask you to lunch, and who knows what goes from there. Let your intuition guide you. You might be pleasantly surprised at what manifests from you taking a leap of faith. Life is meant to be an adventure, though we often forget that. From the perspective of the soul watching you from heaven, all the trials and tribulations of your life, including the things you've taken most seriously, are still an adventure. Yes, life is painful at times, but the more we can remember that life is an adventure, the more we are going to enjoy the little things in life. And furthermore, when we view life as an adventure, we are then able to let go of holding on to needing any particular outcome to manifest, because we know that no matter what happens, the adventure shall continue. When you are able to let go of needing any one particular outcome to manifest, you place yourself in perfect alignment to draw your dreams to you. An intuitive time. Sagittarius season can be a deeply intuitive time. our psychic and intuitive faculties are likely to be on point during this period. If there's a quandary that's been troubling you, you may receive the answer you've been looking for. Be open to signs and subtleties from your angels and your guides. One of the most common questions that I get asked is, why can't I hear my spirit guides? The truth is, your spirit guides are always communicating with you, but it might not be in the most obvious way all the time. In reality, if your guides talk to you directly in your head, you would likely actually doubt its validity. So the guides know that they need to get to you in more subtle ways. They will leave little tokens or feathers for you. They will talk to you through other people. They will lead you to certain articles, websites, and YouTube videos. They will lead you to the right healers. They will give you signs through songs, numbers, literal signs above a restaurant or, on a highway, license plates, birds, animals you see. Many different ways that the guides speak to us, and it's not always in the most obvious way. If you feel like you're not getting enough from your spirit guides, then ask them to communicate with you more directly. This request, what it will do, it will direct your subconscious mind to look for signs and subtle communications rather than looking for reasons to believe that your guides have abandoned you, which of course is never true. Faith has a big role in the energy of Sagittarius. It takes faith to have the courage to make that tough decision and take a big leap forward in your life. Hey, it takes faith to just make little changes in your life too. Most people are naturally uncomfortable with change. It takes faith to even go on a little spontaneous journey. And it takes faith to believe that your spirit guides are with you and communicating with you, even if you're not hearing them as clearly as you'd like. It takes faith for us to believe also, of course, as a human collective, that the ascension will be completed successfully. And of course, it already has been. We're just watching it play out. Wishing you renewed life and an adventurous spirit on this new moon in Sagittarius. With love, Matthew John. If you're not familiar with me, I am a spiritual teacher, spiritual mentor, international speaker, starseed guide, intuitive healer, and quantum energy healer, working directly with the ascended masters. I am a gifted intuitive wisdom channeler and transmitter of healing frequencies. I invite you to check out my website. It's youaredivinehuman.org, all spelled out, youaredivinehuman.org. And you can check out my library of videos and articles and interviews I've done in places. And also you can check out my worldwide private sessions over phone and Skype. And what I'm doing now is looking to enroll some new people for my super popular spiritual mentoring program to get started sometime around mid-December. I'm just going to briefly tell you about this program and what it entails. It is a 4, 5, 6, or even longer session program working one-on-one with me over the phone or Skype. And what you get in the 4-session package, you get a 90-minute soul plan reading and spiritual mentoring session with me, where I'm connecting you with your spirit guides and my guides to read your life plan and to read your karmic relationships. What is the karma that's being balanced between your most difficult relationships in this lifetime? And what are you meant to learn from those relationships? What are you meant to manifest in this lifetime? Are you meant to be a healer? Are you meant to open up a charity? What is it meant for you in this lifetime? I do see your future. Second session, we do a 90-minute quantum energy healing and soul retrieval session with an inner child healing and a cord cutting ceremony as well. You'll also get your animal totems. And in the quantum energy healing, it's a really comprehensive cleanup of your energy field, as well as balancing your chakras. In the third session, we do an intuitive nutrition reading. And this is a medical intuitive reading for your physical health. And we'll talk about a protocol with diet, supplements, affirmations, subliminals, and other methods of healing to get your body back on track. If you have any sort of chronic physical issue to deal with, or you just want to know what the best diet is for you and what will give you the best mental health and longevity and all that, we discuss all that in the reading. You also get a chakra scan, and you do get an 8 to 10 page report in your email with the nutrition reading, as well as a 2-page report with the chakra scan. In the fourth session, we do a Starseed discovery session, which is super fun. You get to travel to your home planet, find out exactly where you're from in the stars. You also get 2 bonus webinars, Putting the Past in the Past and Mastering Your Intuition. 5-session package, you get all that plus a special past life regression, and this is a past life regression where you're traveling to multiple lifetimes and you're experiencing what is the karma that you're carrying over from those past lifetimes into your current lifetime. And in the 6-session package, you get all that plus a future life progression where you get to travel in your astral body forward in time in this lifetime to see your future and experience your future firsthand, which is really, really awesome. And you also get 4 additional webinars on top of the other 2 in the package C: A Deeper Level of Forgiveness, Awakening to the Divine Masculine, Navigating the Dark Night of the Soul, and Dissolving the Ego. You can check out the options for packages on my website, youaredivinehuman.org. Scroll over private sessions, and then the first tab under it is Spiritual Mentoring / Awakening Coaching. And I also do offer all of these types of sessions individually. So if you have any questions about the options with the packages or the individual sessions, or if you have any questions about the new moon, if you have any personal questions, here's the deal with personal questions. If it's something brief and it won't require reading from me, then I'm happy to answer personal questions via email. But if it is something more complex, I will ask you to book a reading. So all you need to do is go to my website, and in the bottom right corner, you'll see a little tab pop up. It has my picture on it. It says Matthew John. Have questions? Ask Matthew. And all you do is click on that tab and type in your question, and it gets sent to my email. Just make sure you type in your correct email address, and I will get back to you usually within 24 hours. You can also leave a comment below, of course. I do read all the comments. I don't always have time to respond to everyone, but I do read all the comments. So, lots of love from my heart to your heart. Happy new moon in Sagittarius. And I'll talk to you very soon on the full moon coming up. With love, this has been Matthew John.